Hey guys, this is Alien Matt again, and somebody wanted my ideas on having to form a water tank, and it's an oval shape, a little bit long, and I drew out some instructions for them, and I gave them a couple of different options, but I wanted to give you a little heads up on creating curves with cardboard. This would be the general shape of what the person was aiming for, and this is pretty hard to do with cardboard. If you were to take a regular piece of cardboard, excuse me one second, I have to pick up my supplies here because they all fell. Hang on. Okay, now, regular cardboard, if you left, there's a thin side and a thick side. Thick side doesn't show the ribs, the back side, the thin pieces do. If you were to try and fold this around an object, let's say this is the shape, try and do this, you're going to get ridges, and it's not going to look too pretty. So what I have done is I've taken other pieces of cardboard. Hang on one second. Everything's falling here. Let's see. Peeled off the back thin piece and have peeled it off to where it's really thin. This is still going to roll and form around your object, but it's still going to give it might give a crease or two, and that still doesn't help out as well. And what I've done is I've taken the cardboard, kept the thick side out, thin side in, and I've barely used an X-Acto knife to cut the paper layer. I haven't gone all the way down onto the other side, but just cut the back layer. And then I've taken an object, like a point or a pencil or something, and I've gone over and over the openings that I've cut. This seems kind of tedious, but we're trying to be professional model makers here, so a little bit of time goes a long way. Give yourself credit for building models, because not a lot of people can do it or understand it. So actually, this would be great formed this way, but it's actually going to be a very nice round feature on your oval when you have cut the back arm and they actually kind of fold in on each other. You can remove one or two if you need to, and actually create a little bit of a better space on there. Now, at Home Depot, they sell paint board. And in their painting section, they have large sheets of cardboard. This is just a section. But 3x4 sheet for $1 or $2, something like that. That large sheet can go a long way for you. It's clean, it's recycled, and it's a nice, good, heavy board. With this, sometimes it is very hard to wrap around a form like that. You might get a crease. It gets to a point and then it creases like that. So what I've actually done is, excuse me one more second. I get a piece of foam, and you can find this in certain spots. Even recycling places will throw it away too. It's sponge foam. And what I'll do is, sometimes I'll do it on the floor, but I'm doing it up here to show you, is I'll take the cardboard and a heavy roller. You can use a rolling pin. You can use a heavy-duty cardboard tube. You can use a dowel, pretty much anything. And I will actually massage the cardboard in with the foam. And sometimes you can use a stiffer foam. On the floor works a lot better. And you can do larger sheets, larger foam. Keep it around a supply, but that's going to give you a nice curve in thin material to go around your forms. A lot smoother. And you can actually kind of bend it out a little bit more, form it up, but that's going to give you a lot less ridges. And also, with cardboard, you can sand it. It might come out a little fuzzy. A couple of coats of paint, and then sand it again. Get a sandable primer. Primer it and sand it. Nobody's ever going to know. A couple of coats of paint, 3 feet away, they're going to go, "What's that made of?" You say cardboard, and then, wow, looks like plastic. So anyway, that's what I wanted to show you about forming cardboard around a round curve. And also, you can do that if you can literally do a ball the same way. You can roll the cardboard, but then cut them in diamonds, and they'll be curved, and you can do it just like a basketball. Think about a basketball, and you do multiple layers all the way around, sand it, smooth, glue it, paint it. It's going to work out just right. One thing, the water tank has a specific length and width. So if we were to cut the inner forms of the tank, and I showed him that he could take a couple of forms and create a cardboard pattern to be able to hold it together and then wrap a sheet all the way around it and then form it that way. But if you were to put cardboard on the outside of this form, it would actually be too big to fit in the trailer part that it was made for. So what you want to do is compensate, cut back to where the cardboard width is deleted from your form. That way you keep your overall dimension the same. So no matter what you're using, the thin stuff, the thick stuff, something in between. The thin stuff, you can kind of get away with it, but if you draw your pattern out and you actually use a thick pen like this, cut on this side of it, not this side of it, so that this thickness of pen is going to compensate for the thin stuff, but not for the thicker stuff. Thicker stuff is about 1/8 of an inch. You can get even thicker if you want and be able to compensate off of that. So just to give you a little heads up, remember using what materials you're using. Sometimes you over bump it out just a little bit, and that if it has to fit into a certain form, then that form is going to have to be cut back. It can be a mess. So just keep that in mind, that you're thinking, I got to put a skin on this. I have to be able to cut down and make that skin the equal distance on there. So I hope this all helps. Check out the website, 6 Scale Vehicles on Facebook. This is going to be on YouTube also. Look for Alien Matt, all capital, ALIENMATT. Thanks for watching.